Hello, Leon Street here. How you doing, guys? So, I want to cover a topic that many coaches and business owners tend to find real challenging in, being successful in running their business, full stop, running marketing campaigns, and, really just pushing things to the next level. And it's something that today I've come across again quite often, not just today, but many other days, weeks, months, and throughout the years that I've been coaching and supporting businesses with marketing. And this killer of marketing campaigns, I would say, is self-doubt. And nobody is exclusive or can really stay shielded from it. And it's one of the challenging aspects of running a business and believing in yourself, but truly believing in yourself when nobody else is around, when you're on your own and you only got you and your mind, your ego, and you're having that conversation with yourself and you have this belief that you can do, something amazing. And maybe you have already achieved some real amazing results, successes, but yet, no matter what size or what level you're playing at, this fear tends to kind of grip us and hold us, exactly where we are, in the position where we are. And I want to share a couple of stories, and hopefully these stories will help just to kind of, first of all, for you to know that everybody goes through this, but more importantly, you've just got to push through and really hunt down and go after with all your energy, hope, and vigor to make your goals materialize. And so the first story I want to cover is, I was speaking with one of my clients today actually, and we were talking about his program that he's developing, and he's got this group coaching program. He's offering coaching and supporting people. So in particular, the industry is commission-based recruiters. And I'm sharing this story because I think it's important that you guys also take away some of the lessons. And one of the big things we were looking at was his belief in his content and whether he could put his content out to the market without having his full program put together. And he's a very experienced businessman, and he's helped people and he's helped himself. And one of the biggest things that I often come across is when people doubt themselves because they're waiting for something else to be in place. It's almost like my success, not as in mine, but theirs. But I can relate to this because I have the same thing. It's almost like you believe that your success is dependent on something else being in place in order for you to continue and then be a success. It's almost like that chicken and egg. And the reality is that it's not that case. And we were talking about his product that he's launching and the fact that he's selling it in advance of obviously the product being ready and so on. I explained to him, look, you're not the first company in the world to do this, and you don't have to worry about putting your message out into the marketplace just because your product's not ready yet. Look at the likes of Apple. When they launch a new iPhone, the iPhone is not physically in the store at that point in time. They normally have a pre-launch. And so you'll find that the iPhone won't be released for, I don't know what, 3 months, 2 months. So they put a release date, but the actual physical product is not in the store. So I explained to my client that when you're launching your program, you don't have to worry about it not being completely ready yet. When you've got customers who've actually bought the program and really want to use what it is that you've put in place, that's the point where you really focus on everything needing to be ready. Because at the point of somebody being a buyer, you really are not really pressured in any way, shape, or form. And so the point I got to with my client was the fact that you have to put your content out into the marketplace in order for people to even be aware that you exist and that you offer the services that you offer. And in his case, he's obviously a recruitment coach. He helps people to really take their results to the next level. And what we went through was an exercise of actually his experiences and everything else that he has about him are what people want. People want the story. People want to know, that you've been there, that there is a commonality, there is relatability, There's something about you that they can see in themselves, and also then there's this belief they can see that, actually you made it, maybe I can make it. And so anyway, we concluded with him being in a position where he's now happy to go off and start pushing his content out to the market and spreading the valuable message that he has. But quite often this self-belief thing can really crush us and hold us statically, so we're in inertia, we're not moving. The next story is actually, and this came from a conversation I had with my son this evening, actually, before I was dropping him off to jiu-jitsu. And we were just talking about some opportunities that I have coming up. And I said, hey, son, Ruben, in this case, what do you think about this? Would you, one day want to come with me to like a conference or something else like that? And I was just talking to him, and he at first he said, so would we be going on holiday? And I said, well, no, not necessarily. We'd be going on expanding our mind. And then he was like, I'm not sure. And I said, what do you mean you're not sure? And then it was back and forth a number of times saying the same thing. I said, come on, Ruben, just tell me the real answer. And he said, I think I would be bored if I went there. And I said, great. And I said, tell me why you think you'd be bored. And then we were talking, and he said, well, I just don't know if it would be good. And I said, have you ever been to one of these types of conferences? And he said, no. And so again, it's almost like this belief, and which is a false belief at this point. I was then saying to him, well, until you've been to a conference or you've done something, how can you believe, or even, well, not even believe, how can you know what the reality is? How do you know that when you go to this kind of conference, that maybe you're going to find it exciting, speak to different people you've never spoken to about different things, and just learn some new stuff? And then we were talking, and then he was like, yeah, I think you're right, Dad. And then we were talking a bit more, and then we kind of drove a bit further before we got to jiu-jitsu. And then we were speaking, and I said to him, when opportunities come up, the key thing for you is to look at what you're saying when the opportunities come along. Because if you're saying no to opportunities now, that can grow into when you're an adult, and opportunities will come knocking on your door, and you will turn them down because of your beliefs around something, this false belief or even self-belief about your abilities or how you'll experience something. Yeah. So it's almost like a self-doubt and fear. And we were talking about something, and I said to my son, I said, how about this particular opportunity? So I explained another one, and he said, well, maybe we could try it, as a small step first of all. And again, this was the thing that I kind of raised with them. I'm like, why does the step have to be small? Why can't the step be bigger, bolder? So if you're a business owner, if you're a coach right now, you're a business coach, life coach, transformation coach, really look at what you're doing in marketing with your message. Because the reality is, unless you put your message out there and take the bold step just to put it out there without thinking it needs to be small or it's dependent on one thing or the other, you will always hold yourself back. And look, I experience this from time to time. The trick is to fortify and strengthen that belief. It's almost like going to the gym. You go to the gym to build muscle or to work out and get better. You don't walk into the gym and magically it just happens straight away. Or you don't go to the gym and do a little bit and then get the results that you're looking for. Go full, go deep, go all in. That's the key, guys. So when you're running your campaigns, believe in your message, because you have a gift. You have something special. All of us do, and that's why you're a coach. You're in a gifted position that you can teach and help people move to that next level. So I just wanted to share this message with you, because quite often when it comes to marketing, the kind of mindset around being successful, continuing and pushing through and really driving that message home is the key, guys. Keep showing up, keep taking things to the next level, and keep pushing. If this message has resonated with you, let me know what your thoughts on how you handle, self-belief and pushing through to the next level, whether it's going to multi six figures or just taking your business to that first 7-figure revenue level. I'd love to know how you get through and what you're doing. And if you're stuck right now and you need to speak to somebody, or you're looking for somebody who can help you map out the way forward, click on the link below this video. I'll put a link in where you can book in a marketing strategy plan with me, or have a chat and I'll help you go to that next level. It's Leon Street from leonstreet.com, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.